Hello. Welcome. So, we'd like to go through some likely interview questions and answers. Before you go for your interview, at least you would want to know some likely questions that should be asked during the interview. So, we are talking about specifically the Ghana Scholarship Secretariat interview. So, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if it helps you, and please subscribe to the YouTube channel. And please don't forget to share it with your friends because this might be helpful to someone. So, let's start. So interviews in scholarship application. So interviews are very important in the selection process of scholarships applications. So one thing that you have to know is that if you apply for a scholarship and you are being selected for the interview, that is what determines your fate, because it is during the interview that they are able to cut down the list to the number of successful applicants that they want to give the scholarship to. So it is very important you take the interview process very serious and you give in all your best to make sure you are selected. So note that your performance at the interview is what can make you be awarded a scholarship or not. So it is very important to take note of these important things before you go in for your interview for the Ghana Secretariat Scholarship. So remember that doing very well in the interview is what is going to increase your chances of being awarded the scholarship. So important things or questions that you have to take note of. So mostly when you go in for an interview, one of the commonest questions that applicants are asked is, tell us about yourself. Tell us about yourself. This here seems like a very easy question, but the truth is that mostly during interviews, a lot of applicants are not able to answer these questions to the satisfaction of the panelist. So as an applicant, when asked this question, please do well to be straightforward. Do not spend much time telling them about your name, where you're from, your age, and many other things related to this. Because when they ask you this question, that is not what they want to hear from you. Instead, they want you to say certain things about yourself which will make you stand out. Alright? So, for instance, you can tell them about your program of study, your year, and some great things on contributions you have made so far. Because these qualities that you possess or the contributions that you've made are what are going to make you are the things which will make you stand out and convince them to give you the scholarship. Because scholarship is an investment. So Ghana wants to invest in you. Before you can invest in something, you always want to make sure the thing that you're investing in is going to produce some good returns in the future. So that's the reason why the scholarship process is very important. So they will want to know what is inside you, and if they help you to achieve that, will it be beneficial to the development of the country? Then, so like the question that we asked previously, an example, a very short one is, for instance, I am a third year student of mathematics at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. I love to engage myself in voluntary services and have so far been part of several volunteering groups which have helped educate a lot of Ghanaian students in the senior and junior high schools about mathematics. So this is a very simple and straightforward way you can answer the question. So important things to take note of. So when you are going into the interview room, you are supposed to walk into the interview room with confidence, calmness, and make sure you be yourself. Don't be scared. Don't be nervous, because the panelists are humans like you, and they are not there to scare you. Instead, they are there to ask you questions, you give them answers, and based on that, they know the decision to take on your scholarship application. So the first thing to do as you enter the interview room is to greet the panelist. Don't forget to greet. This is one of the most important things which is expected of all applicants as you go into the interview room. But unfortunately, because of nervousness, some applicants forget to greet. They forget to greet because some of them, as soon as you enter, the panelists will start throwing questions at you. Even if they do that, don't forget to greet. And point three, please practice some of the likely interview questions on your own. So we've already given you one question which will be asked. You have to practice it. The answer you'll be giving to it, practice. And you have to make sure you have enough sleep the night to the interview. You have to sleep. And do not go to the place late because your name might be mentioned and you won't be around. So your name will be skipped. And also, when you are being asked the question, please make sure you are brief. Don't talk too much. Then you have to look presentable. So you have to dress decently and shave nicely. Then you have to organize your documents well. Every document that is expected of you to sign, make sure you organize them well so that when they ask for it, you wouldn't have to go through a hassle before you are able to hand it over to them. Then in the interview room, in case you are offered a seat, do not lean back on your chair. So some common questions that you could be asked during the interview. How were you able to pay for your tuition and admission fees when you gain admission to the tertiary? So here, as an applicant, try to be smart, but do not tell a lie which can lead to a follow-up question which can easily expose you. The second question you could be asked is, you can be asked questions on current affairs, both local and perhaps international. You can also be asked about your program of study and how it will affect the future of Ghana and perhaps Africa or the world at large. You can be asked where you want to see yourself in the next 5 years. And when you are being asked this question, try to say something which will be in the interest of the country, that will be beneficial to the country, because it is the country Ghana that wants to invest in you. So that means where you want to see yourself in the next 5 years should be something that is going to benefit the country, so that the country will get something indirectly, something from the investment it is willing to make into you. So question 5. If you are not selected, how can you pay for your fees? So when asked this question, be very smart in answering this question. Note that the response you give here will be a very important factor in determining your fate as far as the scholarship is concerned. Because if you can provide a good means by which you can pay for your fees when you are not selected, then of course they are not going to give to you. And you don't also have to go and lie. You have to at least give a very smart response. And the sixth question is, why should you be selected out of the lot? So this scholarship by the government, a lot of candidates applied. There are a lot of applicants, and out of that, they are going to select a few that the scholarship scheme can contain. So you have to really, really, really convince them to select you. So here, you're being asked this question, you have to make sure you distinguish yourself here. Tell them about your qualities and try as much as possible to convince them here. And other things that you should know, at least try to know the full names of your MCE, your DCE, presiding member and coordinating director of your district, your MP, regional minister, minister for education, the deputy minister for education, and the Ghana Education Service Director. At least try to know their names. Then know certain things about the scholarship secretariat. For instance, their mission statement, vision. So this is supposed to be vision, their community involvement, project, etc. So you can visit this site to read more about the scholarship secretariat. So this link here. Then documents to carry along when going for your interview. So you should go with your admission letter, your transcript, academic transcript, any academic certificate you have, your student ID, national ID, and don't forget to send a copy of the aptitude test result which you saw when you took the test on their online platform. Print it out and send it along. Then take notice of this. So the interview is going to be in batches and it commences on Monday, 15th June 2020. Kindly note that you'll be contacted by your selected district for your scheduled date. So do well not to miss any call from an unknown number in this period. So thank you very much. Keep on practicing. You can ask any question that you have at the comment section and we'll be glad to help you. And I wish you all the best.